Hi everyone, welcome to this Google Digital Garage training session on digital marketing strategy. My name is Benedict. I'm a trainer for Google's free skills training program, Google Digital Garage. Just a bit about myself, I'm an experienced coding specialist and digital skills trainer, as well as having a background in the digital creative industry. I've worked in this sector for over 20 years. I would also like to introduce our amazing moderator, Tessa. Tessa is also a Google Digital Garage coach and will be interacting with you and answering just about all of your questions via the instant chat to the right. You can identify the moderator by her name, Tessa, as well as a little blue spanner next to her name. Now, just before we start, I just wanted to call out a few things to help you today. Firstly, if you are having any trouble viewing the webinar right now, please do try refreshing your page. If you would like to join the instant chat today, and please do, it's a great opportunity, you do need a YouTube account, which you can very easily set up by clicking on the box on the right there. We will be pausing throughout the session to answer, and Tessa will kindly pass on some of the different questions that she'll be answering. Most of them she'll be answering to me, which will be great, so I can answer them directly here whilst I'm giving the talk. Also, just to let you know, we are running this Google Digital Garage virtual training as part of a broader offering of courses. If you would like to check out our scheduled upcoming webinars, webinar training, please do see the information on this in the description below, which links you through to our website. So, that is the housekeeping done. Let us now get started with digital marketing strategy. Okay, so first of all, we are going to look at, just 2 seconds. First of all, we are going to look at what digital and the online world means for business. Then we're going to look at the main channels. And finally, we're going to finish off looking at how to build a plan for your digital activity and how to measure effectively. Now, before we get started with that, I just want to point out there's a great opportunity for those people who are part of a small business or a charity. At present in the UK, hopefully eventually this will expand, but there are some completely free, honest, no catches, mentoring sessions with one of us, and we can assist you. It could be a range of, digital skills, may need support from building a strategy to finding more customers online. And we're here to assist you. We love to assist you. So please do sign up for this. It is g.co/UK mentoring. Thank you very much, Tessa. Tessa's providing you there with a link. So it's a great opportunity. That's unfortunately it's only the UK at present for small businesses and charities, but it's a great opportunity. So if you are in the UK and everything, great opportunity. I just want to welcome some of you who I can see here, which is just wonderful. We've got at the moment is it Igbate, Lagos, Nigeria, of course. And we've also got Shafiq from Malaysia, excellent. Wai Yi, I remember answering a question of yours actually yesterday. Welcome, you're from Malaysia, excellent, really great to have you here. And Emma from Gloucestershire in the UK, excellent, welcome. Tan, welcome here as well. Let me just see if there's any more I can see here. Excellent. We've also got, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Kim Con. Tessa, sorry. Tessa, welcome from the Philippines. And also Renato from Slovenia. Excellent. And also Angie from Egypt. I remember we've had you before. Welcome back. This is great to have you here. So, sorry if I've missed out any. I'm looking at as many as possible whilst I'm chatting. Excellent. So, welcome to all of you. Great opportunity. So those of you who are in the UK, don't miss out on this opportunity. So, let us get started. Now, we're going to start off first of all with an introduction to digital marketing. We're going to go through, we're going to look at how to take advantage of all that digital marketing can actually do for you and your business. So we're going to have a look at the landscape particularly. Okay. So what opportunities might you get from being online? that's my question to you. What opportunities might you get actually from being online, do you feel? Also welcome Plantix from India, Sashank from India, excellent. So what particular ways, think about this carefully, because in all of our talks we do like to ask you questions. It's a great opportunity if you think about these different things. Sales, excellent, thank you Jane. We got there, sales. Excellent, very true, absolutely. This is a great opportunity. It's a platform to the whole world, possibly. Also, awareness and exposure, excellent, thank you, Jane. So there's many different sides, many different portals you can be using to assist you and help you, all right? So we do, as I was saying, we do ask you these different questions to let you think and actually get your brain working on these different things. Because the more you actually put yourself in that situation and ask yourself, how can it help? Then this is really useful. By the way, sorry, the subtitles are now working. My apologies, I didn't put it on right at the beginning. My apologies. But it's all working now, so the subtitles are working. And also audience scalability, absolutely. Data and insights, very, very true. And this is a big thing in getting to know your audience, as Ashley says there, data and insights. And Nuno, community building, very true, so true. Because, of course, the community building is so important in the communication and all the rest. And also strengthen digital skills, absolutely. Thank you, Tan. So all of this can be so helpful. So let us get started. Gosh, we're wonderful, all the responses. It's really good. So the big thing now is, of course, we do live in a mobile world. Now, in the UK, 80% of people buy online. Now, these stats were taken a little bit of time ago, so I think now updated it's gone even higher. And 2.5 billion smartphones are in use today. Also, across the world, 60% of searches are done on mobile devices. So, you know, we really are part of the mobile world. So it's very, very important, whatever different digital marketing that you use, make sure, for example, your website, that it is flexible. So it can work on your mobile, can work on the laptop, can work on the different places. Okay. So reaching more people globally. All right, so here we can see, for example, comparing different things here, and this is using Google Trends, a very useful thing you can use, totally free, again, and Google Trends can give you different ideas for different topics for your blog, for example. And here we've got running shoes in different, running shoes United Kingdom past 12 months, running shoes as well here. So you can see, you can compare different things according to what you're entering. You can look for different search keywords that you're actually entering as well and see how they compare. And also when you're working with Google Trends, it does work on quite a sort of general format, but and when you get a little bit too specific, in other words, what's called a long tail keyword, many words in that keyword, what can tend to happen is often Google Trends will go not much of a response. Then, of course, you could use something like Google Keyword Planner, which you get free when you register with Google Ads. You don't have to be having a campaign or anything. You get free access to the tool of Google Keyword Planner. So sometimes you need to sort of go from one to the other, but it is very useful to see the trends when people are looking for the particular things, what kind of things they're searching for, to give you an idea. And also, even if you might be keeping it quite general with what you're looking for, Google also, further down the page, underneath all of those graphs you can see there, it also gives you some information, some keywords that it recommends to help you. Okay. Now here we've got a screenshot of Google Marketing Platform Behavior. It's a demographic report. You know, we can find more information about people who visit our website, and it really does help us understand our customers more, our audience. We always talk about audience no end, and it's so important. And here we've got there the Facebook age and gender, and you can see you can gauge more and more the kind of persona of your main client. Obviously, if you're a very big company, you could be working with different divisions and everything and sending out newsletters for those particular divisions, absolutely. But at the same time, if you can work out your main persona, as it were, in other words, your main audience, then this can help you a lot, because all the feedback, like things like Google Analytics, which you have there on the left of the screen. In fact, let me just put it across here so you can see it a little bit better. There on the Google Analytics, there on the screen, you can see, and on the right side, Facebook Insights. You know, every single piece of social media has always an analytics. I don't want to say every single one, but majority have. So I would be very surprised if it doesn't have an analytics to help you. So you can use all of these things to help you get a better idea about your clients, online particularly. And the big thing, of course, with the digital marketing is you can communicate and support much better. You know, it is so important. We have got one called Writing for Social Media, which I recommend, and we do talk about dealing with positive and negative reviews and how to respond to negative reviews as well, being proactive, trying to assist, and but also taking away from the spotlight of the general public, providing an email so people can communicate with you and everything. So it's very useful. And of course, as you know, with the lockdown, people have needed communication more than anything. So if there's any time, I mean, obviously during the lockdown even better, but if there's any time, still people have become much more aware of the internet and using mobiles and using the computer, particularly because they've had this time, a lot of the time at home, needing to work from home, that kind of side. Okay. All right, moving on to any questions so far. So I'm going to give Tessa a bit of a chance to copy any of the questions that have come through. And also, whilst I'm waiting for the questions, I want to welcome Nuno from Portugal, and also Home Online Learning in Cambodia. Excellent. Welcome, all of you. It's so wonderful to have you all here. It's wonderful. There's been so many people. I haven't covered everyone, but great opportunity. No questions yet, no problem at all. But don't worry, this is the opportunity to ask us. So please do ask us questions. Obviously, book for a one-to-one if you are in the UK. But if you're not, use this as an opportunity to find out, obviously, to do with digital marketing strategy. And we will try to help you as best we can. Okay. All right. I'll always refer back as well during my talk to the questions. If any questions appear there, they'll probably be for the next section, but never mind. Okay. Digital marketing channels. Okay. Now we know the benefit of digital marketing, you know, for a business. Let us now explore the different channels that we can actually explore before we actually put together, you know, our plan. All right. Now, as the digital age really picks up speed, new channels are becoming available, but it's really important to get to grips with the most established ones, to include them as well. All right. Now, key channels to consider for digital marketing. Let us go through every single one of these. And in fact, I'm going to take myself off the screen quickly so you can see it nice and clearly. So first of all, we've got there, you know, top left there, we've got the search engine optimization. Optimizing your website so it really shows up more often in search engine results. Now, with search engine optimization, it's very useful to really concentrate on that, no, without a doubt. The difficult side, though, with search engine optimization is it does take time to gradually improve it and get higher up and everything, you know, gradually whilst you're going through the different things to get high enough so you get onto that front 10 listed organic search result. Can take time to do that. So there's other ways of doing it. Let's cover the other ones. So there's also search engine marketing. Now, search engine marketing, you can paying for advertising to appear in search engines. So that's the search engine marketing. And then the next one across is social media marketing. Now, using social networks to gain traffic, attention, and reach new people. Then going to the next one down furthest to the left, display marketing. We will discuss a little bit today about display marketing. It's online advertising in many different formats on many websites across the internet. And of course, it is visual. it's display marketing. Email marketing, collecting and using email addresses to communicate with users. And then content marketing, creating and sharing different types of content, such as blog posts, videos, guides, infographics, to attract attention and drive traffic. Okay, so there are the 6 main ones that we're going to have a look at. All right, so all of these different things. Shafiq, I see you've got a question particularly about pushing the page and everything, boosting the page. We'll talk about with the boosting the page. That's with social media marketing. Certainly you can use that. So we'll go through a couple of these different things, okay? Okay, so we've got those 6. Now we're going to go through each of these in turn. So here goes. First of all, get started with search marketing. All right. Now, search marketing is really all about the power of search to reach new customers, okay, with the search engines. All right. Now, as you know, when you go onto a search, whatever it might be, in fact, let me just take myself off there. You can see a little bit clearer. When you go onto a search engine, you type in, particularly, first of all, you type in, the first thing you will put in is the search query. And then after that, you put in the paid text and shopping ads after that. So straight after the search query comes up the paid text and shopping ads. And you will always see ad in the corner there, okay? You see that surrounded by that blue box. So the search query there is surrounded by the yellow box. The paid text and shopping ads is actually surrounded by the blue. And then underneath you'll see, which you'll probably recognize, which is the last one, which is the organic search listings, okay? Now, you can see with the actual search query, they've put in best compact cameras for travel, okay? So immediately, of course, you're going to get a lot of advertisements going up there. Then after that, there will be, organic search result, okay? Now, the thing is, it can be quite difficult. I mean, obviously, we all know, to a certain extent, all of us avoid ads and all the rest. But at the same time, it can take a long time to get onto that front page, of the listing of 10. So in the meantime, you can use things like, with the ads and everything, which we'll be covering a little bit today. All right. The other side, which we don't mention today, but I'll just bring it up as well. On the right-hand side, certainly in the Google search, you will get as well Google Business Profile, which is on the right. It used to be called Google My Business. And a lot of people still use that term, but it's Google Business Profile now, and that appears on the right-hand side. So if what the person has entered into the search query matches exactly what you provide, and it's in the area and everything, your Google Business Profile could appear on the right. Now, I myself have an animation company, and there's a lot of different competing animation companies. And what I found was I would appear on a map, Google Maps would appear just underneath with different kind of points where you could click on each of them to find out about them. So that's the way it actually works. Okay. All right. So let's go into a little bit more depth with this. Now, I'm certainly going to take myself off with this one so you can see it nice and clearly on your screen. So how to get started with search engine optimization. First of all, you sign up for the Search Console. Now, the Google Search Console. This can give you a lot of feedback on your website. As soon as a website is set up on the internet, Google detects the website with its spiders and bots, of course, good spiders and bots, finds out about it, and of course, it indexes your website on its index of different websites. Now, the idea with the Google Search Console is you verify that indeed this is my website. And then after that point, when Google has seen that and is verified and everything, Google will actually communicate with you if there's any problems with your page. So, for example, if it's the images aren't optimized or there's no alternate text or something like that. So you submit your content to Google, monitor how you're doing in search, and then you send alerts on critical issues. So these are some of the different things. You can help Google find your content. You can submit a sitemap. You can promote your site on and offline, and then you can share new content. And then you can help Google and users understand your content, creating unique, accurate page titles, create good titles and snippets. Of course, using a lot of research into what people are searching for as well, and what fits what they really are searching for. Then we've got use heading tags to emphasize important text, okay? So all of those different things to help you. All right, so that's with the Google search engine. So that's setting up with the Google Search Console, I beg your pardon, Google Search Console to help you. All right, now a couple of different things. Search engine optimization tips for success to really help you. Run a keyword search. You don't have to use it. There's different things you can use, but if you do register with Google Ads, don't forget, if you've registered with Google Ads and you've only got settings on the top right of the menu bar when you're logged into it, you need to click on it and then change to expert mode. Then it changes from settings to tools and settings, and those are all free and you can use them anytime. You don't have to be running a campaign or anything, you can always use them. So then you can run a keyword search. So you can use the Google Keyword Planner to really help you a lot. Also, as I mentioned, there's different ones that you can use as well. So run keyword search. Publish useful, high-quality content, and then make web pages search-friendly. In other words, they are easy for the different search engines to pick up the important information and everything. So it's important to include all of this. All right. And of course, the useful, high-quality content, that's what people are looking for particularly. The other side is... the other thing is, of course, nowadays, don't try to speed up the process by trying sneaky techniques like stuffing your web page with keywords. Of course, that just doesn't work anymore. There's things like when you're talking about the topic which you specialize in, of course, you're going to use synonyms that just come up, and that's fair enough. But don't just go the sort of, it doesn't work anymore, that thing, just stuffing your web page with keywords. Okay. Now, customers are searching for local businesses. As we discussed, there are many areas of search that you focus your effort to really build your visibility. Another vital area would be in the local business listings in search results. Now, a high number of searches every day are local in nature, and if you have customers that you can engage with in person and locally, then you should consider creating a listing in local online directories. Now, we've got, for example, Yell, that used to be well known as that big doorstop which used to be delivered. That was when I was much younger. It was Yellow Pages. Now it's called Yell, and it's all online, and you can take advantage of that. I'm working the reverse way here. Then there's Tripadvisor, you can also use. There are particularly Tripadvisor and Yell to find local businesses, restaurants, hotels, bars with good reviews and so forth. So a lot of different information there. There's also the search engine Bing as well you can use. And then, of course, there's also Google My Business, what used to be called now Google Business Profile. You can actually create a free business listing. It's totally free, honest, that you can actually come up in search. And many consider this local search engine optimization because, of course, it will look according to the demographics of the person who's searching for the different things as well. Unless, of course, they've entered in where they want a different place. All right, so the big thing here now is show people you are actually active. Update your business information, add photos of your business and team. Maybe add a virtual tour. There are various ones which they don't work for Google. They work independently, different businesses, but sort of partnership. But they work and they do a 360-degree view of the place, for example, or behind the scenes video. People love those. And then always respond to reviews, good and bad. As I said, there's writing for social media, which I recommend. We do discuss that quite a lot. And it's difficult to deal with bad ones, bad reviews, but obviously at the same time, it is feedback always to help you and assist you. Obviously, sometimes it can be quite difficult dealing with some of them. Okay, so search engine optimization versus search engine marketing. All right. So search engine optimization, the big thing here is, of course, search listings are free. You optimize certain keywords. It can take time to rank on the first page of Google. When we say search listings are free, absolutely they are, unless you're employing someone to do this for you, in which case obviously it's not free. But the actual operation of search listings and optimizing keywords, it's of course your own time you're putting into it, and it does take time. And then search engine marketing, you pay for search listings, you bid on certain keywords, and you can get onto the first page straight away. This is a great advantage of it. Okay, so let's have a look at this. I'm going to take myself off again so you can see it because it's quite small text. So how to get started with search engine marketing. So when we say, of course, log into Google Ads, of course, at first you've got to register with Google Ads and verify, yes, this is my website. So, of course, obviously, you've got to go through that process. Then you've got access to Google Ads. You will get certain ads from Google about, getting double for half the price and everything, which is great to help you and assist you. But to actually set up a campaign, you log into Google Ads, you select the search campaign type. This is if you're going for that search campaign type. You select your campaign goal, and then you pick the right keywords, align keywords with business goals particularly. And when we say business goals, we think of like business goals like a business in the real world, like a building, and this is my business, compared to the digital side. So you're aligning those two so they correlate and they match. Then managing match types and refining with negative keywords. Negative keywords are people finding your website, but they're looking for the wrong thing. So is to make sure the wrong people don't find you by providing negative, so there's a minus before the actual the keyword. And then writing a compelling ad, focusing on user benefits. This is a big thing. Which we deal with as well with writing for social media. So user benefits is a big thing. Not too much technical stuff which people will just get lost on, but user benefits, you can swim with it rather than, it's that thick, like, okay, and what? So user benefits, always keep in mind. Copy that actually appeals across devices. This is a big thing. So it's dynamic, according to the different device you're using. Focus on your headlines, imagery, okay, and implement all ad extensions. Okay, very, very important. This is one of our particular tips, okay. You might be wanting to know, what are the ad extensions? Have a look when you're there, okay. Do take advantage of them. So search engine marketing tips for success. Optimize your keyword list. Very, very important. Do as much research as you can, Google Trends, for example, Google Keyword Planner. And of course, as you know, which I've told you already, when you register with Google Ads, you got access to the free tool. You can use it anytime, the Google Keyword Planner, to help you. But it's not the only tool. There's other tools out there. But of course, Google being one of the most used search engines, it should be able to help you. So optimize your keyword list. Boost your ads with extensions. Very, very important. Check out what those extensions are. Take advantage of them, and then connect to your analytics account. All of those different things. Now, of course, Google Analytics is another side, of course. Google Analytics can be quite overwhelming, but the big thing is it can help you a lot with information about the different people who are visiting your site. One other point is Google Search Console, which I mentioned before, that provides you with a little bit of information about how people are finding your website. That might be a good way to get started. With analytics, Google Analytics and everything, there is a Google Analytics Academy, which I'd recommend. Tessa, if you can provide a link for them there for Google Analytics Academy. There's beginners, intermediate, and advanced, just to help you get to know it really well. And it's to try to simplify it because there's just so much information there. All right. So get started with display marketing. So now we've done search campaign marketing. Now we're going to look at display marketing. Now, my first question here is, What are display ads? If you know London, Piccadilly Street, for example, you know, you've got the kind of version of it there. You've got big screens and everything. You've got you've got videos and everything. You've got text, everything. So the big thing, it is very, very visual normally. Okay, so the big thing about display ads is it won't actually be responding to someone's search. You can be appearing on different websites. Okay, now just make sure this is not a sort of an agreement that you put ads on yours if you put ads. No, it's not that kind of thing. This is display ads where you're appearing on different websites, which of course Google has got an agreement with to put certain ads, and of course obviously matching their particular content. So it's a great opportunity, and one of the big things is people, when they see an image, often they remember much better that than text. Text takes a little bit of time to read and sort of cogitate and take it all in, whereas image is very fast. You see it and often you remember it. So, you know, display ads do come in all shapes and sizes, of course, and regardless of whether, you know, they're image or text, because you can also have text ads, which are display ads, but they're still appearing on these different websites. Now, these ad units appear on all types of websites, from news websites, for example, Guardian, to blogs, Tech Radar, to shopping sites like eBay and Amazon. So, you know, okay, it can be an effective way of extending your reach if you know exactly who your target market is. And we normally recommend, particularly for increasing reach, display advertising, we do recommend. It works often quite well. Obviously, you need to gauge, you know, according to what you have, what possibilities are, what will work. I just realized I've still got myself off screen. I'll put myself on later. Okay, so how to get started with display advertising, because this is quite a detailed one. So create a campaign in Google Ads. Of course, you register obviously with Google Ads already. You log into Google Ads. There will be, at the beginning, there's all sorts of different questions. Is it for sales? Is it for traffic? There's all sorts of different questions you answer at the beginning. Then it says, what type of campaign do you want to do? And then, of course, you'd be choosing, okay, the type of campaign I want is display. You select your campaign goal. Then you choose the right targeting. Now then, it used to be called Google Display Planner. It's not quite called the same at the moment, but it's the same sort of thing in the context of what's providing you. It's providing you a list of websites with the most relevant at the top. This is what Google provides you with, okay? So you use that to help you, to give you an idea. Then you can use keyword targeting, demographic targeting, placement targeting, topic targeting, interest targeting. So all of those different things you can use to assist you. And then, of course, after that stage, you're on to creating the ad creative. So right language, catchy copy, clean and simple imagery, and compelling call to action. We always talk about call to action, helps a lot. Okay, so whilst I'm doing this, I'll suddenly appear again. So display advertising tips for success. The big thing, I know we keep on saying, but understand your audience as much as possible, please. Then the other side is enhance with remarketing. Now, you've probably seen this before. Excuse me. You're looking at, let's say, mountain climbing boots. You go there, they're like, ooh, okay, look, really nice. But then you go, a little bit expensive. You go off and go to another website. You might see an advertisement which is advertising that one, which is now 20% off. That is an example of remarketing. So you can actually use this in the context of enhancing with remarketing particularly. And you can test out these different things and you can optimize them. Very important, do test them as much as possible and see how it's working and everything. Okay. All right, there's another side which is CPC or CPM, talking a little bit of the jargon here for the bidding. That's cost per click, and cost per M is the thousands of impressions served. So, you know, there's different ways of gauging these different things, okay? So CPC and CPM. One is impressions, CPM is impressions, CPC is when they actually click on it. Okay, now get started with social media marketing. All right, So it is a new type of marketing. This is where a lot of people spend their time online. It's a great way for businesses to communicate with their audience where they are actually choosing to hang out. Because of course the big thing is the more you know about your audience, the more you know about where they hang out. So you're communicating with them. So good top and bottom of the funnel marketing activity, reach new people and as well as nurturing current customers to turn them into advocates to come back. All right. So if you're considering starting social media for your company or you need to persuade your manager for why it could be a good fit, here's some of the values it can actually add. Okay, up to 85% of the UK population on some social media networks. It makes a good place to connect with new customers. Now, of course, that's increased over this time as well. You can reach new audiences, new business opportunities, ability to highly target demographics, and you can build relationships and networks. You can add also value to your brand, often used for customer service, for example, chatbots. The quicker you respond, the better. You need to understand the two-way conversations, raise customer service levels, start two-way conversations. People love to be able to communicate, show a new side to your business and build your own community. I can't remember who it was, but someone mentioned community before, which is so true. And then you can improve your marketing. You can understand your customers better, who they follow, when they follow. And then you can help you get noticed on search, okay? Because some of these different posts that you put could be appearing on the search. And you can attract more people to your site. You can gain valuable customer insights. And you can keep an eye on competitors. You can learn so much from your competitors, which is so useful. Okay. Okay. I know there's a long time before I get back onto the questions. I will be getting onto the questions that Tessa has kindly passed on to me, and I can see they're mounting up, so that's wonderful, but I will get to them. Okay, so this is a little less detailed. So organic social media, so free, you will only reach your followers and their friends. Paid social media, though, you pay for views, actions, or clicks. It can reach anyone. People don't have to follow you. All right. Okay, great stuff. So, all right, here we go. So how to get started with social media marketing. Identify your target audience, so demographics, location, profession, interest, behavior. Who are they? What are they into? Who or what influences them? When are they usually online? Which social media do they use? Just before we continue, let me just point out, because I have to cover a lot of material in this talk and I'm a little bit behind at the moment. Just one thing, you can watch this up to 24 hours after I've finished the talk, okay? You can go back, so that if there's anything you missed, you can go back and check it out. Same old, same address. But preferably don't go back now, you miss out on the interaction in the chat and asking questions now. Okay. Big thing is, of course, choosing your channels carefully, business focus or lifestyle focus. Start with one, test it, learn, try another. Different channels, need different strategies. Of course, we've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, there's, masses now. I'm learning quite a few from my own children as well. So then post engaging content regularly, photos, videos, blog articles, infographics, live broadcast. The more you keep posting stuff, the more people actually see you there. And it's a great opportunity. All right. So social media marketing tips for success. All right, there's a couple of things here. Set yourself a goal. Very important. You've got that goal. This is what you want to achieve. There's one, actually we cover that later. Set yourself a goal. I'll keep it to that. Understand your audience. Very, very important. Learn as much as you can in the process as well. Consistency and regular updates. All right. So tips for success, there are lots of social networks out there and lots of ways to use them to achieve. Now, but before you start signing up and posting all over the place, start with a simpler question. What are you hoping to accomplish with social media? This is a big thing. Maybe you're looking for a faster way to respond to customer inquiries. Maybe social networks are a way for you to reach your existing customers and encourage them to buy from you more often. Knowing your audience, of course, is the key factor. And the big thing is, don't start with masses of different social media. Start with one, two, and then compare it and everything. You can compare all these different things within, for example, Google Analytics to see which social media is working the best. And then get started with email marketing. All right. As you know, today we are bombarded with product choices. So if you want to start with email marketing, this is a great addition to your other digital marketing activities. And the big thing is it builds customer loyalty and engagement without breaking the bank. And it works well on mobile as well. Okay, now, what is email marketing? Okay, unlike one-to-one messages, email marketing entails sending one message to many people, dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of people. The big thing with this is that it is permission-based, which means your readers must opt in to your newsletter, for example, and you need to explain to them why they're receiving it, okay? It gives you the opportunity to communicate on a large scale with people who cared enough about what you sell, what they were willing to actually share their email address with. So signing up for emails, the audience extended an invitation. They want to hear from you to get useful information, relevant product offers. The big thing, though, very, very important, is that you have at the bottom of the email, always, every single email, an option for them to unsubscribe. Otherwise it's not very fair for them. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So how to get started with email marketing. Select the email marketing platform. There's free platforms like MailChimp, for example. There's more advanced email platforms, ActiveCampaign, SendGrid, Drip, for example. Then there's also build a list of relevant contacts. You make sure you have permission when contacting people. Use your content to generate new contacts and invite to subscribe, and segment and group the list. And then, of course, create relevant and useful content. The big thing is your users are very much VIPs, very important people. Personalize your emails as much as possible. If you've got different divisions, of course, if you've got a very big market, then, of course, you can divide them into different divisions and send them appropriate information each time. And then, of course, keep it really useful. Because, of course, people have so little time. It's got to be something they can put it, benefit from. Okay. All right. Let us move on. So, email marketing tips for success. Segment and group the list for relevant content. Keep it simple and send it to 2 or 3. Okay. The big thing here as well with the segment and group the list, keep yours really to the point, the emails. If you'd like to share a large piece of content, feature one element, an excerpt or key quote, and link away to the rest. Don't give them too much in that email. Make it easy for your readers to scan quickly, because most people will be doing that. And then measure the open and click rate to optimize campaigns. That can be really useful. It's vital to figure out what is actually working and what could use some work. So test some of these different things. Clicks, your click rate can help you determine the success of your campaign and reveal general trends in the behavior of subscribers. Are they reading the emails? Unsubscribe rate, what is your unsubscribe rate after each campaign? Is it less than 1% is average for lists that are contacted regularly and well maintained? Check your rate after each campaign. If you see it spike after a particular campaign, consider what it had, if it had anything to do with your content. Maybe you're sending too frequently, or maybe not enough, or maybe not consistent enough. People if you say you're going to send that every week and you don't, you've got to inform them, warn them. People become quite indignant if you don't. And always make sure, of course, that they have the option to sign out, unsubscribe. Okay, get started with content marketing. All right, now the essence of content as a marketing strategy is the belief that it can actually deliver consistent, ongoing, valuable information to buyers, and they will reward us with their loyalty. Now, content marketing is really about selling ideas as opposed to products by use of storytelling to build relationship with customers. It's not the be all and end all, but storytelling helps a lot. And of course, you can be helping people with their particular decisions. A lot of people don't go on the internet to buy something, they go on there to make a decision. And often if you are an expert in it, you can help them with these things. So different forms of content marketing. You've got videos, there's blogs. A lot of people do call it by different names. I generally advise them just to keep it something really simple. It's a 4-letter word and it's not even swearing, blog. Most people know what a blog is. So, and then there's case studies. Case studies are ideal when you've got a company, for example, a person's benefited a lot, and it's a win-win situation. You're publicizing them, the particular company, and also it's publicity for you as well. So there's case studies. Then guides, if they could download, for example, 300 to 500 words, of a sort of article or something, is it a nice PDF that they're downloading so they can be impressed with the quality of it and all the rest. So that's some of the different ideas. Okay, now I'll take myself off again. So how to get started with content marketing. So build customer example profiles, persona profiles, demographics, job position, industry, interest, needs. Create different profiles for each customer segment. Okay, certainly if you've got a big audience. And then create a customer journey map. Very, very important. Identify the step users take from awareness to purchase. Now you can do all of this through Google Analytics to see how long they spend on each page. And you can set up some goals, so if they actually buy, you can have them as a goal, and then you can have that column on the right hand side and have the highest number at the top, and then follow their particular route. Think of questions or information required to make a purchase decision, and then use content to generate business, facilitate the customer journey, distribute the content on the right channels to reach the target audience, and include a call to action. Very, very important. All right, so let's have a look at some of the other things now. Content marketing tips for success. Use content to facilitate the sales process. All right. Use storytelling. There was a test which was, there was a TED talk where they talked about the effects of storytelling. And they had done an experiment where the person giving the talk, they had a volunteer audience. They had to be volunteer because they attached things to their skull to pick up their brain waves. And they did the research because when the person giving the talk went up to give the talk, he talked about this, a little bit about that, a little bit of that. And the brain waves went this way, that way, the other way. They were not very much consistent. But as soon as the person started, there was probably a brief pause. Then the person started the story. Suddenly the brain waves started to go into sync. And if you think about it, it's a little bit like if you go to a film, you'll be watching it, really engrossed in it, and then suddenly and then you suddenly realize everyone else is doing something similar or something slightly, completely different, but everyone is totally involved. Well, not everyone, but most people get totally involved in those particular stories. And it's the same sort of thing, that storytelling, people love storytelling to really engage the audience, and people want to know whether they resonate with what you're selling or your brand or your company or whatever it might be. And storytelling can help a lot. So often you'll see on websites about, and then of course a video where they're presenting and the particular things that they went through or whatever, and people love to hear about that, to learn more about you. Distribute the content to maximize the reach. And then measure performance and optimize all these different things. Woohoo! We have arrived finally at the questions. Wow, Tessa has been preparing lots here for me. Okay, so let me go through these. So, NG, does display marketing differ from placements we specify in ads campaigns? Differ from placements we specify in ads campaigns. It's a kind of, display marketing in the context that we're talking about, this fits under Google Ads. Okay, so display marketing differs from different types of campaign. So, for example, it differs from search campaign because search campaign is when people search for it, they put in a particular keyword, and if yours matches, then it appears just underneath. That's a search campaign, for example. Display campaign is appearing on different websites, the image or the text, rarely text, normally image and or video. So it's that kind of thing. I hope that helps you a little bit. There are many different kinds of campaigns, of course, social media and all the rest. I mean, the one I've introduced you to has been Google Ads, but of course there's many more out there. But display marketing is very much on the context of display. It's got an image, it's got that kind of thing, and it's appearing on different websites that agree to it. Okay. I hope that helps, Angie, and answering your question. Jasmine, what is a sitemap? Okay, the sitemap particularly is the different pages and everything on your website. So that's the sitemap. So when you have a look, for example, in Google Ads, you've got all the different pages and you can see the route that they have actually taken. And don't forget, within a sitemap, you have access to the different pages and the route that they take. And of course, sometimes you need to look at the sitemap and think, they don't visit this page at all. Maybe I just need to take it off and now, you know what I mean? There's different, so the sitemap is the kind of the scheme of it, as it were, the format of it. If I hope that helps. Angie again, yes. How can we cope with changing Google algorithms? Very good question, Angie. We are doing the best we can, Angie, to help you because, of course, obviously, this is as up to date as possible, obviously, and we're providing this, of course, this is all put together by Google, sometimes Google in partnership with different companies. This is totally from Google and everything. So this is to try and help you a little bit. If you also check out there is also another one which can help you a little bit to give you an idea. It's actually from another talk. So I better not hand that one across, but there are some videos to help you as well. But it keeps on changing and keeps on updating. Obviously, Google is trying to match what people are searching for with the websites, to put it simply. I hope that helps. Angie. So Abhishek, how do I sign up for Search Console? Google Search Console. So Tessa, if you provide Abhishek with the link there for search.google.com, and search.google.com is how you'll access, then in the end you register with it, you'll say this is my website and everything, and you'll go through the process. Saif, do reviews create duplicate issues on the blog content? Very good question, Saif. Reviews create duplicate issue. I see what you mean. Sometimes reviews are limited to some places. I think this is what you're talking about. It would be nice to have reviews on all the different pages for the different things. Certainly, if you've got a blog which is on your website, then that's advantageous because then people can see the reviews immediately on the website. For something like Google Business Profile, I don't know if you were talking about that, sometimes it's quite difficult to get the link. The way I remember I did it the one time is I put the review and then I put a link. So when the person actually clicked on the review, it would take the person to the actual proof, as it were, that the person actually put the review. Sometimes I've done that as well with LinkedIn as well to help my business. I hope that helps. Sohail, which of the following is best in order to attract customer? One, video ads, image ads, written content is the best for. That's a very good question, Sohail. But don't forget, I can't answer because I'm not running your company, and you need to find out as much as possible for yourself. The point, though, being the customers and the video ads and the image ads, they all come together. And of course, where your customers, your clients, is getting to know your audience. That's the big thing. NG, is there any tool from Google like Facebook Ad Library? Absolutely. Oh, I see what you mean. No, there isn't that particular one, I'm afraid, not to No, I'm going to have to rush a little because I'm running out of time. Chan, is there a way to actually allow me to convince the client in order to have a high possibility of them getting the product or service that I provide? Chan, I'd recommend more than anything, I'll give you an example. I have an animation company. One of the top 3 consulting companies in the world contacted my company. I called her back. She wanted to know, I can't mention the company because there's a protocol, can't mention it, but they were doing a big project and they wanted to know to use 2D or 3D animation. So I gave them the pros and cons of 2D and 3D animation. Then I mentioned whiteboard animation, which of course they hadn't really considered, I suppose. Eventually they said, thank you very much, no problem at all. 5 or 6 hours later, they called me again. They wanted to take my company on. And of course, it all paid off and went well. But the biggest thing is, of course, I was providing information. The more information, Chan, you're providing for people for free in the videos, YouTube and everything, or the different, channels and everything, or different social media, it's helping people. And the more you're helping people, people don't forget it. And the point is, that will really stay with them. And eventually they'll think, oh, who should we take on? Oh, well, that person really knows what, the person's talking about. So hope that helps, Chan. Hassan, I'll call you. Is that okay? Is community management a good path into general marketing? Absolutely, without a doubt. And how would you say it fits into digital marketing? The big thing is community management is you're building up those people who really keep going to your website, really like your website and all that kind of side. Because it's the people, it's your customers, which are so important. I hope that helps, Hassan. All right, I'm going to have to speed on, but I've just got 5 minutes left. Building a digital marketing plan. Let us get started. So 6 steps to building a digital marketing plan. Okay, so business goals and objectives. Budget. So business goals, we talk about business goals and objectives. So we're talking about business goals, and then you think about digital objectives. So you're combining where they kind of meet, as it were, and how they can complement each other. Budget and resources. How much money are you willing to spend? What resources can you use to invest in these different things? The audience. Who are your audience? So important. Where can you find them? How can this help? All these different things. Decide what channels. Very, very important. Don't overdo the channels. Make sure you've chosen the ones which work the best for you. Plan your activity. Very, very important. And then measure. SMART. You've probably heard of this before. Specific, measurable, attainable. Depending on the size of the business, is attainable or attainable or assignable. If you're a very big company, assignable, you've got enough people you can assign it to. R is for relevant, so really relevant to your company, timely, within a specific time limit. Okay, let's have a look. So, hi, I'm Max. I'm a hairdresser. My business goals are to get more customers through my door and make more people in my area know my business exists. Okay. Examples of online objectives: increase traffic to website, increase online sales, increase social media page likes or followers from my customers, increase online reach and awareness. So business goals should align with online objectives. So business goal, make more people aware you exist. Online objective, increase online reach and awareness. Sell more products, increase website sales. Get found by more people, increase social media page likes, followers from my customers. Get more returning customers, increase traffic to website. Okay, budget and resource. What is possible? I don't have a website yet as it's too much of an investment right now. Okay, so audience, I'm targeting females in my local area. My most valuable customers are female, about 30 years old. They normally have children and work part-time. Most of them use Facebook. Perfect, use that. So that's what you start off by using. So online objective, increase online reach and awareness, display, social media, content marketing, increase website sales, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, email marketing, okay? Which one's working for you? Work out which ones. Increase traffic to website, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, email marketing, increase customer loyalty, social media, email marketing, content marketing. There's no right or wrong. These are just some ideas to assist you and help you. Plan your activities. So my online objectives are to reach more people in my local area and get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet as it's too much of an investment right now. How could I use digital to help me? List your business on Google My Business, or Google Business Profile as it's called now, and create a free website. You can create a free website if you've got Google with Gmail. You can set up a free website. Set up a Facebook page, collect reviews and post pictures of customer hairstyles. Use Facebook advertising to target people in your local area with an offer to attract new customers. And then measure SMART. How will you know if you have actually succeeded? This is a big thing. So set SMART objectives. Set SMART objectives to help you measure the success of your activity. Broad objective to increase online sales. SMART objective to increase online sales by 20% within 3 months. Okay, broad objective to increase brand awareness, to increase our brand awareness on Facebook by growing our audience with new people by 40%. There's no time element. By next month, or in 2 months, sorry, 2 years now. Okay, create a digital marketing plan for Max. I don't have a website, I can't afford one right now. My online objectives are to reach more people in my local area and get more returning customers. Boom, here we go. Business goal, the top left, reach more people in my local area, get more customers through my door. Bottom left, online objectives, increase online reach, increase returning customers. Okay, the channels we've chosen here, local search engine optimization, Facebook. The audience, female 39 to 45, local area, past customers. Activity, build a website and boost visibility on Google. Use Facebook advertising to target people in my local area. Smart objective, increase Facebook pages likes from new people by 50% within the next month. Increase bookings from past customers by 20% in the next quarter. There we go, in the next quarter. Okay, so just to recap, 6 steps to building a digital marketing plan: business goals and objectives, budget and resources, audience, decide what channels, plan your activities, and measure SMART. Pausing for questions. I don't think there's any time for questions at the moment. Oh yes, we've got one. Why, Yinon. Non-related question, but may I know? Okay, sorry, I'll come back to that. Okay. All right, so moving on to the last finale. Let us now move on to what are your next steps. We've covered a lot there to really help you. A lot to take on board. Don't forget, you can watch this up to 24 hours after I finish, which will be in about a minute. So do take advantage of that. Great things. Put all of these things into operation for your company. Now, free one-to-one mentoring. This is a small business or charity in the UK at present. So sign up g.co/UK mentoring. Thank you very much, Tessa, for providing the link. Okay. So everyone, thank you for all your questions, contributions. It was wonderful. It was really great. Keeping Tessa very busy there. We're going to wrap up here as we're out of time. I hope that has been a useful dive into digital marketing strategy. As I mentioned at the beginning of the session, if you are interested in more training from Google Digital Garage, there are a few ways you can continue learning. We're running many more Google Digital Garage webinars in different subjects. If you would like to check out the scheduled webinars, please see information on this in the description below. There will be different topics available to watch, and we will be updating the schedule regularly. Also, if you'd like to carry on learning online in your own time, check out the Google Digital Garage website for more online training courses which are available to you 24/7. And also, at the moment, we're going to different parts of the UK and everything for the talks. All very exciting. So, thank you, everyone, and thank you, Tessa. It's been wonderful. Thank you for joining today. We really do look forward to welcoming you again to another Google Digital Garage training session soon. Thank you.